Welcome to our journey into the world of Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder, or OCD. Today, we'll delve into the traits, debunk some myths, and explore coping mechanisms for those living with OCD. OCD is a mental health condition characterized by persistent, unwanted thoughts and repetitive behaviors or rituals. It's more than just being neat or particular. It can significantly impact a person's daily life. To better understand OCD, let's explore 5 common OCD traits. Trait number 1, intrusive thoughts. Individuals with OCD experience intrusive, distressing, and unwanted thoughts that repeatedly enter their minds. For example, a person with OCD may have intrusive thoughts about harming a loved one, even though they have no intention of acting on those thoughts. Trait number 2, compulsive behaviors. To alleviate the anxiety caused by obsessions, individuals with OCD engage in repetitive behaviors or mental acts. For example, someone with OCD who has an obsession with contamination may engage in compulsive hand-washing rituals, spending hours each day washing their hands excessively. Trait number 3, need for symmetry and order. Many individuals with OCD have an intense need for things to be arranged or done in a specific, precise way. For example, a person with OCD may need all items on a shelf to be perfectly aligned and symmetrical, spending an excessive amount of time arranging them meticulously. Trait number 4, checking and reassurance seeking. People with OCD often engage in checking behaviors to ensure that their obsessions have not led to harmful consequences. For example, someone with OCD who fears leaving the stove on might repeatedly return to their home to check the stove, even when they know they turned it off before leaving. Trait number 5, fear of contamination. Contamination obsessions are common in OCD, leading individuals to avoid situations or objects they perceive as contaminated. For example, a person with OCD may avoid public restrooms or refuse to touch doorknobs, believing they are contaminated with germs or dirt. Myths contribute to misunderstanding and stigma surrounding OCD. It's important to promote accurate information about the disorder to foster empathy, support, and effective treatment for individuals living with OCD. Now let's debunk some of the common myths that surround OCD. Myth number 1, OCD is just about being neat and tidy. A common misconception is that people with OCD are simply overly concerned with cleanliness and organization. While some individuals with OCD have cleanliness-related obsessions and compulsions, the disorder is not limited to this. OCD can involve a wide range of intrusive thoughts and rituals that go far beyond neatness. Myth number 2, everyone has a little bit of OCD. It's not uncommon for people to casually say things like, "I'm so OCD about my desk being tidy," to describe their preference for order. However, OCD is a severe and often debilitating condition characterized by intrusive, distressing obsessions and compulsions that interfere with daily life. Comparing everyday preferences to OCD trivializes the disorder. Myth number 3, you can just stop the obsessions and compulsions. This myth suggests that individuals with OCD can simply decide to stop their obsessions and compulsions if they try hard enough. In reality, OCD is not a choice. The obsessions are intrusive and distressing, and the compulsions are often driven by intense anxiety. Stopping them without help is rarely feasible. Myth number 4, OCD is all about cleanliness and hand washing. While cleanliness-related obsessions and compulsions are one facet of OCD, the disorder can manifest in countless ways. Some individuals with OCD may have obsessions related to harm, relationships, religion, or orderliness, leading to corresponding compulsions. OCD is not limited to one specific theme. Myth number 5, OCD is rare. OCD is more common than many people realize. It affects millions of individuals worldwide. However, because of the stigma associated with mental health issues, many individuals with OCD may not seek treatment or openly discuss their condition, leading to a perception that it's rare. Coping with obsessive-compulsive disorder can be challenging, but there are effective strategies to manage symptoms and improve quality of life. Let's review 5 common coping methods for individuals with OCD. Coping method number 1, cognitive behavioral therapy. A person with OCD who experiences obsessions related to contamination fears works with a therapist using CBT techniques such as exposure and response prevention. They gradually expose themselves to situations that trigger their fears, such as touching a doorknob, and learn to resist performing compulsive rituals like hand washing. Coping method number 2, mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Someone with OCD practices mindfulness meditation to become more aware of their thoughts and feelings without judgment. They learn to observe their obsessions and compulsions as passing mental events, reducing the distress associated with them. Coping method number 3, medication management. A person with severe OCD may consult a psychiatrist who prescribes medication such as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors to help manage their symptoms. Medication can reduce the intensity of obsessions and compulsions. Coping method number 4, support groups. An individual with OCD joins a local support group where they can share their experiences with others who have similar challenges. This provides a sense of community and understanding, reducing feelings of isolation. Coping method number 5, self-care and stress reduction. A person with OCD prioritizes self-care practices like regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep to help manage overall stress levels. Reducing stress can often lead to a decrease in the frequency and severity of OCD symptoms. Remember that coping methods can vary from person to person, and it's essential to work with a mental health professional to develop a tailored treatment plan for OCD. In closing, living with OCD can be challenging, but it's also manageable. If you or someone you know struggles with OCD, seek help from a mental health professional. With the right support, therapy, and coping strategies, individuals with OCD can lead fulfilling lives. If you found this exploration enlightening, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content. Until next time, remember that understanding and compassion go a long way in helping those with OCD on their journey to recovery.